Should you burn that extra sick leave before retirement? I'm JT, and this is all about FERS. Today, let's get into calculating your FERS pension and looking at that extra sick leave and deciding if you should use that before retirement or not. First, let's look at the requirements for an immediate pension. That's your minimum retirement age, MRA, and 30, or age 60 with 20 years of service, or age 62 with just 5 years of service. And the formula for calculating your pension is your high 3 or your highest 3 years of consecutive pay times a multiplier, in this case we'll use 1%, times your years of service. So how does sick leave factor into this? Your sick leave hours can be converted into months and days using OPM's sick leave conversion chart. Now, these months and days can be added to your years of service in that formula to increase your potential pension. But one thing to note here is that your sick leave can't be used to qualify for a pension. So it can't be used to reach that MRA in 30. For example, if you had 29 years and 6 months of service, but you had 6 months of sick leave, that 6 months of sick leave can't be used to increase your years of service to qualify for that MRA in 30. It can only be used to just increase your benefit. The other thing to note here is that OPM only deals in 30-day months and in full months. Extra days aren't used in adding to your pension. So for example, let's say you have 31 years and 3 months of creditable service, and you have 3 months and 20 days of sick leave to put towards your pension calculation. That 20 days at the end isn't a full 30 days. It doesn't equal a full month, so it can't be used to increase your pension amount. So one strategy we see all the time is to burn those extra 20 days, burn the extra days that don't contribute to your pension. And in some cases, this can be a great idea. Your sick leave is more valuable to you as sick leave before retirement than in pension contribution. If you're actually sick or if you have a surgery scheduled or something, it's better to do that before retirement and use that extra sick leave. But it's important to know how burning that sick leave will affect your pension calculation so that there's no surprises in retirement. For your pension calculation, only 5.8 hours of sick leave are needed to consider it a full day. So the 5.8-hour workday comes from OPM taking the number of work hours per year, is 2,087, and dividing it by 360. For retirement purposes, every month has 30 days. So 30 days times 12 is 360. So a mistake that we see many federal employees make is they want to burn the remaining sick leave. In their previous example, 20 days worth of sick leave. Well, 20 days worth of sick leave in your pension calculation is at 20 days only at 5.8 hours. So if you wanted to actually take 20 days of sick leave, that would be 8 hours of sick leave per day. So if you go back to that sick leave conversion chart with OPM, taking 20 days of sick leave would actually decrease your sick leave hours by 27 days of sick leave creditable hours towards your pension calculation. So now if we go back to that sick leave conversion chart, once we've used the 20 days at 8 hours, it's actually 27 days that are deducted from that pension calculation. So remember before we had 3 months and 20 days of sick leave to be added to our creditable service. Now we only have 2 months and 27 days of creditable service, or of sick leave to be added to the creditable service. Now if we go back to that sick leave conversion chart, remember we had 3 months and 20 days of sick leave to be added to our creditable service. Well, because we took those 20 days, it actually decreased our sick leave for creditable service by 27 days. Now, if we go back to the OPM conversion chart, remember that we had 3 months and 20 days of creditable service. If we burn the full 27 days, it'll actually cost us 27 days in real sick leave days, which would reduce our sick leave for creditable service by 27 days. So now if we go back to the sick leave conversion chart, now we only have 2 months and 27 days of sick leave to be added to our creditable service. And remember, the OPM only uses 30-day months to be added to creditable service. So those 27 days now don't count towards the creditable service. And we just have 2 months left over now to be added to the pension amount. So again, it's important to understand how this works so that there's no surprises. So if you want to burn those remaining sick days to maximize your pension, then it's important not to burn the full, in this case, 20 days left over. It's important to leave some on the table because of that conversion, the 5.8 to 8 hour conversion. So I know this can get a little complicated and we got into some numbers here. It really needs to be considered on a case-by-case basis. If you'd like help looking at your unique situation and how this applies to you, click the link below to go to our website to schedule a consultation with one of our federal employee benefits specialists. Until next time, happy planning.